Alright, thanks for watching. It is tire day. So I've got roughly about 1,500 miles on this set of tires. So you can kind of sort of see, you know, what's going on here. My back tire is, usually my back tires wear pretty evenly. I am down to the wear indicator. There's one right there. A lot of my friends, they will ride out a set of tires until these are bald and showing cords. But I'm not a big fan of buying a new motorcycle because I'm too cheap to buy a new tire. And you can see the tread difference between the two tires. I mean, the new tire has just gobs of tread. But what I notice when I'm riding a bike is when the bike starts feeling like crap, that's when it's time to replace the tires. If you look at this tire, and this is more or less because of the roads that we have here in western North Carolina, the center of my tire looks great. You know, the average or even a novice rider would probably look at this tire and say, I have plenty of tread. This tire does not need to be replaced. But if you look at the edges, if you come out here to the edges, I'm at my wear bars. So I'm pushing through the turns. I don't have straight roads where I live. And this tire will probably end up going to Florida. I have a lot of friends in Florida who will absolutely use this part of the tire and never ever get over to the edge of the tire. And again, if you look at the amount of tread, there's so much more tread on the new tire than the old tire. And having that extra deep tread in there makes the bike feel so much better. So it just, to me, it doesn't make sense to keep a set of tires past the wear marks. To me, it seems dumb when you can buy a new set of tires for $300 and your bike feels and rides the way it's supposed to ride. So we're going to replace the rear first on this Ducati Monster, because it makes it so much easier to replace the tires. There we go. Is that the right one? Grab the right one, yep. So the easy way to do it, pop it up into second gear. I have an ammo can. This ammo can weighs, I don't know, maybe 40 pounds. We hang the ammo can on the rear brake. And then we just break the nut free. You may or may not need to use an impact if it's the first time removing your rear wheel. But notice when I took all this off, I have my spacer, holds the hub of the wheel onto the axle. There's a washer, there's a nut, and then there's a lock ring that goes on the nut. And then this part of the lock ring goes into these little holes, these little ridges here, and then there's holes on the axle. And then I always take a zip tie and zip tie that lock ring into place. Once you've got all that off, the wheel just comes right off the bike. Alright, new shoes are on. Now we're just going to put the wheel back on. There are little pins here that fit into the wheel. Again, we have this little hub spacer washer, nut, there is a torque spec on this, but I don't think I'd ever put a torque wrench on a Ducati rear wheel. Mainly because with the torque spec, you'll go right past the hole in the axle, and then you have to back it down anyway. So my hole is like right there, and it's lined up. So right there, we take our little zip tie, put a hook on the end of it, spin it around, of course, because we got it backwards. You can use safety wire on this also, or you can go without it like most riders do. But I like that little bit of security when you break the zip tie off. These are supposed to be 25-pound zip ties, but you know where they came from. Everything comes from China, and nothing is made properly anymore because of that. There's your rear wheel. So there's your new tire on your rear wheel. Good to go. And next video is going to be the front wheel.